This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So you guys have any idea about what is identity and access management? So if anyone knows, you can like unmute and tell me just what you know about identity and access management, like a word, like some kind of a maybe like 1 or 2 lines about identity and access management. Okay. Yeah. So that's fine. Okay. So first of all, identity and access management is part of a IT enterprise actually. Okay. So if you take a IT infrastructure, right? So if you take a IT infrastructure means there will be lot of, if you take a IT infrastructure as a whole, like a ABC technologies, if you take it, some example means, so in a ABC technologies, so there are like lot of modules will be there. Okay. So if you take a modules means like a organization unit, we will be saying those things. Okay, so what is organization unit? Okay, so if you take a organization unit means, if you take IT infrastructure, there will be a lot of clients will be there, right? So if you there will be like a financial services who will take care of the auditing and everything, right? Those clients, like there are like right, big four companies like a Deloitte USA or like KPMG or PwC. Okay, so these are all like a big four companies for a financial services. Okay, so that is the client for a IT infrastructure. So if you take a banking services means lot of banking services are there, right? Lloyd's Bank from UK or World Bank from the USA, right? So these are all the banking clients. Okay, so if you take a healthcare services means like a pharmaceutical company or any other hospitals. Okay, so these are, if you take single IT infrastructure, so these are all will comes under the organization unit. Okay, so from the organization unit, okay, so there will be some other, each organization unit will have a different kind of a blocks actually. Okay, so let's say, each blocks will be different, will serve different kind of a purposes actually. Okay, so let's say if you take a some kind of a banking services means, so if you take a banking services, what are the applications will be, what are the services they will provide, like a internet banking, and then mobile banking, and then like they will provide like a loan kind of a banking services, and then they will also do, we can able to create a fixed deposit or like a recurring deposit, or we can also like we can, there will be some kind of like vault will be there. So those kind of services they are providing, right? So here, those kind of applications they are having, right? Okay, so that applications will be developed by some kind of a team. Okay, so that module is known as application development and maintenance. Okay, so application development and maintenance, so that that team, that block will take care of the application development or any other development in that particular client actually. Okay, so if you take a comes into the another one actually. So so if it is a application development and maintenance is there means, there will be testing will be there, right? So testing and maintenance, so what they will do, they will do whatever the testing are necessary to when before going into the production of that particular application, that is a release of that application. Okay, so if you take a testing also, if the application is released for a production, so okay, then if the user is facing some issues while logging into the net banking or any other banking services, right? So we are having a 24/7 support team, right? So if you are facing some issues means, you will be calling to that free toll number, and then you are like explaining that issue and getting the resolution, right? So that is known as the support maintenance actually. Okay, so these are all will comes under the application development and maintenance, testing maintenance, as well as the support maintenance. Then next, next one is comes into the picture of like manufacturing goods and energy resources. Okay, so this is our for, we need for a resources like a HR, human resources, or any other the resources which is required for getting the application to be ready. Okay, so that is will take care of by the different kind of a team actually. Okay, next one, the heart of everything actually. Okay, so there will be main role will be taken care by the cyber security. Okay, so nowadays if you take any application means, like nowadays lot of cyber attacks are coming in, right? Like previously, like if you want to if you want to rob someone means, you will go and rob their rob their money from their home or anything, right? Like from their wallet. But nowadays what they are doing, like they are like everywhere we are like evolving, right? We are all like, science is getting nowadays like moving on too fast, right? So similarly, even like nowadays all the technologies are moving forward. Okay, so even that the risks are, I mean, are there in each technology is also keeping on going higher and higher, right? So for that, okay, so we need to have some kind of a security around all the applications we are having. Okay, so if you take a banking services means, we you need to secure. Yes.
Rakesh, I think Manish is trying to join the class and he's waiting on you.
No, no, I didn't get you. Uh, Rajiv, could you please come again?
No, I'm telling to Rakesh because I think you can see Manish is just waiting to join.
Okay, just give me a minute. Let me check it. Okay, I couldn't be able to check it. I think only Rakesh can able to do it. It seems. I think Rakesh is on mute. It seems.
Sorry, Karthik. Yeah. So what was the
Yeah, I
question?
think someone is like available in the call or something. You need to admit him.
Okay. I'm not getting any notification. Is it Manish? Is this Manish?
Manish is waiting to get in.
I don't see any notification. I have provided access, Raju, direct access. They can join.
Okay.
Yeah, I have mentioned as everyone. So whoever has this link, they can join. Can you inform Manish to try again? If not,
Okay. Rakesh or Rajiv, shall we continue?
sure, sure. Karthik, yeah,
Okay,
you can continue.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
You can continue.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. So again, could you please confirm whether you can able to see my screen? Okay, yeah. Hope everyone can able to see my screen. So where we are, okay. So we are discussing about the, I mean, like a blocks departments are available in the IT infrastructure, right? So I mean nowadays, like I mean everywhere if you go means like cyber attacks are like a trend, right? So even if you take a IT infrastructure, also we need to secure them because we are handling a lot of confidential information, right? Each client having a I mean having a like separate confidential information. So if you take a banking services means we need to handle those kind of I mean consumers account number and like account information, right? So similarly if you take like a healthcare organization or something like a pharmaceutical organization, or if you take a like hospital means we need to maintain the patient's records, so we need to that patient's records is a confidential, right? So we need to like safeguard them. So in order to do that, there is a module known as the cyber security. Okay, so there is a module known as the cyber security. Okay, so if you take a cyber security, there are like some subtopics are there in cyber security. Okay, so first of all, application security. Okay, before going into the application security, there is one more thing known as a data security. Okay, then application security. Next one is that infrastructure security. Okay. Next one is that security intelligence or monitoring. Okay. Next one is that network security. Okay. So these are the five kind of layers. I mean, five kind of types or even subtopics available in the cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is the core for the whole IT infrastructure itself. Okay, so we need to manage every information available in that particular client services. We need to safeguard everything, not only for the confidential information and everything related to the client services. Okay, so if you take a data security means, okay, so data security is nothing but whatever the confidential information are available in that particular I mean client. So if you take a banking services means, so that banking services will have all the account information of a consumer's account information, or like a account number and everything, like I mean wall everything related to the consumers, right? So that kind of a data, okay, so each account number is a data, right? So we need to secure that data actually, okay. So how can we secure that? Okay, so by using the digital certificates, okay. So digital certificates are a current trend. We need to like safeguard that particular data. So if you want to safeguard your data, your information itself, you will be creating one kind of a digital certificates on your own, and to safeguard your personal information, okay. So that is the data security, because we are going to like safeguarding each and every person's information about the banking. If you take a banking, means that is a each consumer's like a account number as well as the account information. So if you take pharmaceuticals or hospital, means the patient's records. So similarly, if you take any other financial services and everything, financial services means their kind of their client everything, the client data is everything is kind of confidential, right? Because they will have a market up or market down, that kind of a detail, and every year's financial records will be there. So everything is confidential on that one, okay. So if you want to like if you want to safeguard those kind of information, means we will be having a data security, okay. Next one, we will come back to the application security in the last one. So what is infrastructure security? Okay, so infrastructure security means securing the whole infrastructure itself, okay. So if you take a single IT, means there will be one kind of infrastructure, like okay. So have you noticed, like when you try to, we are all working in a IT, right? So if you have you noticed, like if you want to, if you connected to your office LAN network or office, when you log in into the office itself, okay, so you will be comes under the network of your office actually, okay. So that means you will be in a private network, not as a public network, okay. So that kind of infrastructure, right, will be you need to secure that kind of infrastructure. So how can we secure that? By giving the firewall rules or proxy kind of thing. Proxy is the current trend, right? Reverse proxy or proxy kind of thing, okay. So proxy is nothing but when you are having any kind of application inside that particular infrastructure, means so that application will have a separate IP address actually, okay. So that IP address, okay, won't be visible to the users or anyone, okay. So that IP address will be, instead of that original IP address, they will be assigning some kind of a proxy IP address for that application. So when you try to hit any application, okay, it won't hit you to the original IP address. So it will hit you to the proxy IP address, okay. Why? Because we need to secure that one also, because we don't know, right? So if you are trying to access any application outside the organization network, like a public network, means obviously we need to hit to the proxy IP only of that particular application. If you hit to the original IP, means it will be like a security breach, because anyone, we don't know, right? The source is coming from the public network, so it's exposed one, okay. So everything is accessible over the public network is a exposed one, okay. So we should not expose kind of thing. If you want, if it's a client recommend to expose that one, means if we need to expose the thing, but we can able to expose using the proxy IP address, okay. So that kind of a firewall or proxy can be deal with the infrastructure security. Next one is that security intelligence or monitoring, okay. Obviously you might heard of this monitoring actually. So whenever you are accessing, you are an admin of a particular application, okay. You are admin of a particular application. Let's say you are a super user or you are an administrator of a particular application, right? You can able to do whatever you want inside that particular application. Like you can able to delete the information of a particular user, or you can able to add some kind of, you can edit those information or anything, you can do it, okay. So if someone is misusing that kind of a privileges, okay, so we need to monitor all the users, okay, not only for the administrators, all the users, whatever the user is doing inside the application, we need to monitor, audit it, report to get a prepare a report on that, so that they can able to audit everything, like, okay, so there is no kind of a like anomalies is there or not, okay, for each and application, like each and user activities inside the application. So that kind of a monitoring can be deal with the security intelligence tools actually, okay. Next, network security, okay. Obviously, like we are all having a network, right? So it may we can able to accessible from the public network or as well as the private network, okay. So for that one, there will be like a load balancer will be there. So in order to distribute the load equally, okay. So for that load balancer also, okay, so if the request is coming from the public network, we need to secure that load balancer also, okay, because anyone can able to hack that particular load balancer itself. It is kind of exposed to the public network also. Okay, so that kind of you need to, if you want to secure that load balancer or any kind of a network related kind of network related solutions, means you will be comes under the network security. The last one, that is the application security. Okay, so application security is nothing but, okay, so we are all having application, right? If you take any kind of a services, we are all nowadays using all the application services. So if you take a banking, means we are all using the net banking, mobile banking from our mobile itself, right? So we need to how you are logging into the mobile actually, I mean, sorry, not the mobile, any kind of a net banking services actually. Can anyone say like how you are logging to that application? By providing your username and password, right? Customer ID or password. Okay, so even we can take a normal application itself, like, I mean, you can take it as a PUBG mobile, or even if you take a Facebook application or LinkedIn. Okay, lot of social media sites we are all using, right? So how those applications, how we are logging in based on your username and password, right? So that is known as the application security. Okay, so that application security, under that application security, there is one topic known as the identity and access management. Okay, so identity and access management is a core part of that application security. Okay, so identity and access management, it deals with the identification, authentication, as well as the authorization. Okay, you understood, right? So identification is nothing but, so you are, I mean, for if you onboard into, if you join any kind of a new IT organization, means they will onboard you, right? They will create a digital identity in that particular organization. For example, if you are joining a ABC technology, means, so they will create a profile for you in that ABC technology. Like, you will be having a mail address, you will be having a unique number, I'm sorry, employee ID or employee number, and then the password, right? So that is known as the identification. Okay, so they are onboarding you and creating a digital identity for you. Okay, so that is known as the identification. Next comes to the authentication. So authentication is nothing but, so you are a part of a ABC technologies now, and if you try to access any kind of application inside the ABC technologies, let's say if you want to access a timesheet to fill up the timesheet, let's say if you want to like fill up the timesheet, or if you want to do your appraisals, or if you want to like apply leave, so everything you need to log into that application. So by using your ABC Technologies email address or employee ID, and then the password. So that is known as the authentication. Okay, next, authorization. So see, some I mean, in ABC Technologies, you will be a you might be a technical lead or team lead, or you might be a manager position. Okay, so if you are a team lead, means you, I mean, from I mean, within you there will be some kind of a, I mean, 5 to 10% you will be directly managing. So if you are a manager, means you will be directly managing the technical lead as well as the like freshers or any senior resources, right? So if you are a manager, means you will be having some kind of a more privileges, right? You can able to like accept the I mean, accept the leave with some person, I mean, some person where is provided, I mean, is applied for any leave, means you are the only person you providing approval for that particular leave, right? So similarly, you will be approving the appraisal for them, right? You are providing the rating for the particular person, right? So those are the extra kind of a privileges, right? So how can we identify those kind of a privileges? Based on the authorization actually. Okay, so if you are a normal user trying to like approve some other person's apply leave or something, means, okay, so you will be receiving, you are not authorized to perform this operation. Okay, so if you are a right person to apply the, I mean, to like approve the leave, means it will show like you can directly go and approve them actually. Okay, so that is based on the authorization. Okay, so now, like, now we are going to like talk about the single sign-on. We are going to talk about only the authentication. Okay, just, I mean, we are also going to discuss about the identification actually, like creating the user profiles and everything. We are also do that. Okay, but in most part of the pink Federate we are having, right, everything, I mean, the pink Federate will take care of the only the authentication. That is the, I mean, in identity and access management, pink Federate will take care of the single sign-on. That single sign-on obviously it's using for the authentication. Okay, so next we'll start with the single sign-on. Okay, so anyone knows what is single sign-on actually? Like, I mean, can anyone say like, I mean,
So,
okay, that's not a problem. If it is a wrong, means that's not a problem. Yeah, you can tell me.
so you would sign in on one place, and that login details will help you sign in on other places as well. So I think you sign in once and it will authenticate on other places as well.
Yes, exactly. So by using a single username and password to access multiple applications actually. Okay. So we are all using a Gmail accounts, right? Okay. Like we are all using Gmail, our mailbox. So have you noticed when you try to, by using your Gmail account and password, you can able to access a lot of Google products actually, like a Google Drive, Google Meet application, Google Calendar, and then what are the other, like Google Duo for a video call, and then like a lot of our Google products are there, right? So by using a single username and password, like by using a single Gmail account, you can able to access a mailbox, Google, any, whatever the like products which are provided by the Google. Okay, but this single sign-on is a broader term actually. Okay, it's only for a single organization. Okay, so we can able to extend those kind of things actually. Okay, if you take a single sign-on means, okay, that single sign-on only applicable for a within a single organization application. So if you take a Google products means that single sign-on only work within those kind of a Google products only. Okay, so if you try to log in with your log in with your Gmail account to access a mailbox, and if you open another tab, okay, and try to access a Google Drive means it will be a seamless. You won't need to type your username and password again. That means your Gmail Gmail account and then the password, because your session is already switched on in the previous tab. Okay, so the browser, right, it will automatically get your like mail ID and password from the existing tab itself, and it will automatically logging you in, because this is because you are using a same kind of multiple application but within a single organization. That means within a single Google product only. Okay, so you are all accessing a Google products only. Okay, but so this is a single sign-on for a normal application. So even if you take a Microsoft, right, so if you create an account in Microsoft, okay, if you open a Microsoft Teams application in a one tab, and if you open another tab, and if you try to access a Microsoft OneDrive or Outlook, right, web-based applications, it will be seamless for you. It won't ask you to type your username and password. Okay, so this is a single sign-on. Okay, so this single sign-on is a broader term actually. Okay, so this single sign-on can be achieved by many things. Okay, because the like the seamless authentication is happening, right? Okay, that is because of the SAML protocol. We will see what is SAML protocol in the coming classes actually. Okay, first of all, this is a broader term. I said single sign-on is a broader term, right? Because we can able to extend it up to multiple organization actually. Okay, so as of now, we saw the single sign-on within only a single organization. Either it is a Microsoft, or either it is a Google products. Okay, so let's say how can we extend those things actually? Okay, from one application, one organization to the another organization. Okay, so that is known as a federated single sign-on will comes into the picture. Okay, so that means, okay, let's say have you noticed we can able to like log into the Microsoft applications by using our Gmail account. Have you noticed this one? Like anyone noticed this kind of a behavior? Anyone noticed this kind of a behavior, like by using our Gmail account to access Microsoft application like a Teams or a OneDrive or Microsoft
Yes.
Word or anything,
GitHub.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So that means Microsoft is allowing Gmail, okay, to access the Microsoft applications itself actually. Okay, so this is kind of a security breach, right? Okay, but it's not a security breach. Okay, it's kind of a security deal between the security relationship between the two different two different organizations, because Google is a different organization, Microsoft is a different organization, right? Okay, so in that case, federation will comes into the picture. That means let's take some kind of a diagrammatic representation. Okay, so just here okay, let me start the slideshow so that yeah, so here just replace it with the ABC technologies, let's replace it with the Google. Okay, and then here instead of Cisco, replace it with the Microsoft. Okay, so Teams are there, OneDrive is there, and then Outlook is there. Okay, so here Google one. Okay, so Google is maintaining some kind of active directory, right, or a LDAP directory, so where we can where your Gmail ID and password will be stored under. Okay, so here So if you want to if you want to access Microsoft application means you need to have a separate account here, right? They will be having a separate Active Directory here actually. Okay, but here what they will do, Microsoft will request Google actually, hey, we can make a deal. Okay, so just give me your account. Okay, just give me your database details. Okay, so for that users I will give the access to those guys actually. Okay, so those guys who are having a Gmail account don't have to create an account in the Microsoft to access Microsoft services. Okay, so that means Microsoft is providing the services, okay, to the Google accounts itself. Okay, so that means Google users can able to use their mail ID to access the Microsoft applications actually. Okay, so this is known as a federation. Okay, so let's discuss about some kind of enterprise kind of organization. Okay, so you are working in a, like nowadays we are all working in a some kind of a IT organization, right? So in that particular organization, have you noticed by using your organization mail address and password, you can able to access Microsoft Teams application, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft OneDrive. So similarly, by using your organization email address and password, you can able to access the Cisco WebEx, VPN as well as the Jabber. So lot of applications you can able to do access by using your organization mail address. Have you noticed this behavior? Like this kind of by using your okay, so if you are working in a ABC Technologies means you will be having a ABC mail address. That means like Karthik at the rate of abc.com. Okay, and then okay, by using my Karthik at the rate of abc.com, okay, I can able to access Microsoft Teams. I can able to access the Microsoft OneDrive. Similar at the same time I can able to access the Microsoft Outlook also, like to access the mailbox, right? So how it is done actually, okay, based on the trust between the ABC Technologies as well as the Microsoft actually. So that means Microsoft will request ABC Technologies here, okay, hey, you don't have to create any account here in my database separately. Okay, so you just provide me your email address. Okay, I will give access to those email address so that your employees can use our services actually. Okay, so that means this Active Directory, right, will be shared with the Microsoft actually. Okay, they won't share the password actually. Okay, you can ask one question. Okay, so they won't share the password. They just only share the email address or any kind of a employee ID or maybe like a username. Okay, they will share only those details, not the password. That is the feature of this kind of a federation. Okay, so now here they will share the email address, they will give the access to the kind of a email address. So I can able to like use my ABC Technologies email address, that is Karthik at the rate of ABC Technologies, and then the password to log in into the Microsoft Teams application. Okay, so they will verify the account whether the account is there or not by matching with this particular Active Directory. Okay, so that is known as the how it is, both of them is communicating based on the federation. Federation is nothing but, in other words, we can able to say it is a trust between the two different entities actually. So here ABC Technology is a different entities and Microsoft is a different entity, right? So based on the trust enabled between the two parties are communicating each other. That means like this Active Directory details they are sharing with the Microsoft, right? So based on the trust only they are sharing those details to the Microsoft. Similarly, Microsoft giving access to those their services based on the trust only. Okay, so why this kind of a trust is enabling? Because so here, if you are a part of ABC Technologies, okay, so you will be having a ABC Technology email address as well as the password. Okay, now here, if you want to have access to Microsoft means you need to have an account here, right? Then only the normal you can able to access the Microsoft Teams or OneDrive, right? So here they will be managing separate Active Directory here. Okay, so if they are following the normal process means they will be creating separate account here also. Okay, so then only you can able to access the Microsoft services. Okay, now if you leave your organization here, okay, if you leave the ABC Technologies means, okay, so the username and password they will be deleting in the ABC Technologies Active Directory only. That means here in this directory only. Okay, so if they want to delete it here also means they need to manage one more administrator here. So once the employee has been resigned from this organization means they will send a request to here also, they will delete here in the Microsoft database also. So it's kind of hard, right? It's kind of a hard process, or it's kind of a difficult process to manage two different kind of administrators. So if you follow the federation means So if you leave this organization, they can delete here. Then if they delete the account here, means you will be lose access to the Microsoft applications as well as the Cisco, whatever you are accessing when you when you try to access any application, when you are having a ABC Technologies email address and then the password actually. Okay, so now how come the single sign-on comes into the picture of Federation? So here, similarly, if you try to access ABC, if you try to access Microsoft Teams application in one Google Chrome browser, okay, if you access Microsoft Teams by using Karthik at the rate of abc.com means, okay, and then the password, I will be having the access to Teams. So similarly, I am opening another tab and try to open a OneDrive. So it will be a seamless for me actually. Okay, so that is known as the federated single sign-on. Okay. So guys, do you have any doubts till now, like what is single sign-on as, and then the what is federated single sign-on? So if you have any doubts, you can let me know now itself, so that it will be like, so that we won't feel some. You won't be like you will feel free to ask any doubts, guys.
So the federation is like federation single sign-in is between two organizations, and just the federation is within the organization itself, right?
Normal single sign-on is within a organization, single organization. Federation single sign-on is between the two different organizations. That's a simple logic actually. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now, how can we enable this kind of a federated single sign-on? Okay, so nowadays, like this federated single sign-on is kind of a hot topic in any IT infrastructure. Okay, for this kind of authentication. Okay, because in every organization, if you go means Microsoft, this O365 is a mandatory tool, right? We need Microsoft O365 services. So if you take, AWS services we need, and then like lot of other services are there, right? So these are all some mandatory services, right? So we need authentication for that. So obviously we need single sign-on to enable for the enable the services for the enable the authentication for those services. So how can we enable those things? Okay, so there are like protocols or rules are there. Okay, so protocols means it's just a working capability of enabling the single sign-on based on the SAML or OID or OpenID or OAuth actually. Okay, so SAML, first of all, SAML is the one of the most widely used protocol actually. Okay, so if you want to enable federated single sign-on means SAML is the most widely used in anywhere, everywhere. If you go means if you like, not only in America or not only in UK, everywhere if you go means if you want to enable single sign-on means SAML is the first solution they will go actually. Okay, so SAML is the like protocol which has been introduced by the Oasis organization. Okay, so Oasis is an organization. They are also providing the identity and access management services. So they are the one who has been introduced this SAML protocol to the market. So by on 2005 actually. So after 2005, lot of other products, like if you take a like a Ping Federate, or if you take Okta, if you take a SailPoint, so a lot of IAM tools, they are using this SAML services. So SAML 1.0 is the first service they have been they have been introduced actually. But later SAML 1.1 came, because if there is any bug is there was there for SAML 1.0 means they have introduced the next version to SAML 1.1, and then the latest version is that SAML 2.0. Okay, so latest version, I think it has been introduced maybe like 5 years before. So that is the latest version we are all using nowadays. Nowadays, like all the IAM tools are using the SAML 2.0 protocol, because that is the bug-free version actually. Next is that OAuth and OpenID. So if you take a SAML means it's an authentication protocol. Okay, so if you take a OAuth and OpenID means, so OAuth we can't able to use it independently. Okay, so SAML we can able to use it independently, because since it is a authentication protocol, but OAuth is a authorization protocol, not an authentication protocol. So based on the OAuth actually, so we can't able to we can't able to use OAuth independently. So for that you need some top layer to do the authentication. So for that OpenID will comes into the picture. Okay, so similarly OpenID and OAuth will be used in a combination to do the authentication. Okay, so even whatever, there are like some disadvantages are there for the SAML actually. Okay, so if you take a SAML means it's a simple protocol to configure, But the thing is that in SAML we can't able to, like, there are some restrictions are there. Okay, so if the application using some kind of APIs, or if the application is using some kind of a front end code in a Angular JS or Node JS or Python, means in those cases we can't able to like onboard the SAML. We have to go with the OAuth or OpenID. Okay, because SAML is a XML based. It's only for the, if you take a only for a normal kind of a web based application. So if you take a LinkedIn web based application, it's also a SAML protocol. They are following the SAML protocol only. And OAuth and OpenID, like we are all having, right? PUBG Mobile, right? So that PUBG Mobile is a direct example for the OAuth actually. So it's a direct example. And if you take a Zoom meeting, right? Zoom meeting is also a direct example for the OAuth and OpenID. So SAML, if you take a LinkedIn web-based application, it's an example for the SAML. Okay. And AWS Trust and AWS Fed. So it's a Web Services Federation and Web Services Trust actually. But these two, it's only applicable only in the Ping Federate. Okay. It's not available in any other IAM tools. But they are having a lot of bugs in that particular protocol itself. So maybe next year or 1.5 years, the Ping Federate itself, they will remove it, I think so. But I mean, as of now, that the usage of this WS Trust and WS Fed, it's I mean, it's kind of in a low level, because we can able to onboard only the cloud-based application, not the on-premises application. So what are the cloud-based applications are in a direct market? If you take a AWS, if you want to enable AWS, means WS Trust, we can able to enable it. Even if you take a O365, means we can able to onboard in by using the WS Federation protocol. But nowadays, right, O365 is also preferring to go with the SAML. Okay, because of some bugs are there while configuring, so that is why they are going with the SAML. Okay, so we will see each and every protocol in a detailed manner when we are starting with the, when after the starting of the Ping Federate. Okay, yeah. Now, so there are like if you want to enable Federated single sign-on, right? So we need to work with these kind of protocols. So if you want to enable these kind of protocols, right, there are like lot of tools are there in a current market actually. Okay, like Ping Federate and Okta is a leading IAM tools in a market actually. And even if you take a Active Directory Federation services, that is known as a Microsoft ADFS. It's a product from the direct Microsoft itself, and ForgeRock is there, OneLogin is there. Apart from this tool, there are like other tools are there. Oracle Identity Manager is there, Oracle Access Manager is there, and CA SiteMinder is there, and SailPoint is there, and I forgot that name actually. It's known as the ILM, but I didn't remember that full name actually. It's also an identity and access management tool, ILM. It's known as the ILM actually. And then we will be okay. One sign in is there. There is also, these are all old tools actually, that ILM and one sign on, one single sign on, and like even CS SiteMinder is also old kind of tool. But Ping Federate Okta is current. In, if you take a current market, means Ping Federate and Okta is a kind of like, I mean, high demand tool in a market actually. And Microsoft ADFS is all only for the on-premises actually. Okay, ADFS is an on-premises solution. So if you take a Ping Federate also, it's an on-premises solution, not a cloud-based solution. Okay, but Okta is a cloud-based solution. So in a Microsoft, right? So they also introduced one kind of one kind of IAM tool for the cloud-based solution also, that is known as the Azure AD. Okay, so Azure AD is the like Azure AD is also like, it's emerging now actually, because it's also I mean, high demand like Ping Federate and Okta. But Ping Federate is it's not a cloud solution, it's an on-premises solution. So it requires some kind of a server. So in that server we need to install that Ping Federate services actually. Okay, yeah. So Ping Federate, what is Ping Federate? Okay, so Ping Federate, it's a product, it's an authentication product from the Ping Identity. Okay, so Ping Identity is the kind of a corporation. Okay, so it's kind of IT organization. I mean, it's not an IT organization, it's a corporate organization. So they are providing IAM tools actually. Okay, so they are having a separate kind of a tools for each one. So if you take identity and access management, means for identification. Okay, so they are having a separate tool known as a Ping Directory. For authentication, they are having a tool for as a Ping Federate. For authorization, they are having a separate tool known as the Ping Access. Okay, so we'll start now. We are going to start with the Ping Federate actually. Okay, so Ping Federate is an authentication tool. Okay, so it is hosted. I mean, like the Ping Federate is an on-premises solution, not a cloud solution. So ping Federate, right, it's purely written on a Java code actually. Okay, so if you know Java, right, you can able to directly customize the ping Federate, I mean the working capability of the ping Federate. Okay. Okay, then why ping Federate? It's kind of a why ping Federate is considered more than the any other IAM tools, because the user interface for the ping Federate, right, it's too much simple actually. Okay, it's a if you learn ping Federate, you can able, I mean if you compare with any other tool, right, ping Federate is the one you can able to easily learn it, because if you learn the protocols, right, the SAML, OAuth and OIDC, I mean OpenID protocols, which you can able to easily configure it in the ping Federate. Okay, so that kind of a simplest kind of a user interface, it's only applicable in the ping Federate. Okay, so I mean you it is kind of a, you can, I mean it will be interesting to work on the ping Federate rather than any other tool actually. And then because we are all know Java, right, from our college days itself we studied Java, right, so that is why this ping Federate, everyone will like this kind of a ping Federate. I mean it's also like the user interface and then the user experience, right, the graphical user interface and graphical user experience is the most important thing to cover everyone, right. So for that one, ping Federate is the ping Federate graphical GUI will be too much simple actually. It doesn't require, you can directly click on next, everything will be kind of a next kind of thing actually. Okay, so one disadvantage on that ping Federate, okay, we can't able to install ping Federate on the Mac OS actually, so that is the one drawback for the ping Federate. Okay, so there are like some prerequisites are there for the ping Federate actually, like you want to have a, because it's purely running on the Java, right, so we need Java should be installed before ping Federate, and then we need some kind of what we can say, we need a LDAP to be configured. Okay, obviously like every identity and access management tool need a, I mean every authentication single sign-on tool will need a LDAP to be integrated with, because LDAP is the one, LDAP or JDBC is the one we can able to like, I mean configure the users, right, so by using that users username and password, it will get authenticate for the, I mean authenticate, I mean it will enable the authentication for the users actually. Okay, so yeah. Shall we start with the installation now? Do you have any doubts till the introduction part? So I think we are having only 10 minutes is there. Okay, so we will, I will show you how to download that software and how to get the license files. Okay, and then we'll in the next class starting, we will start with the installation of the ping Federate. Okay. Okay. Is that okay, guys?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. So as I already mentioned, right, there are like some prerequisites there. I will show you some prerequisites. Okay, first of all, Java should be installed. We will do that. Don't worry. I will show you how to install a Java, how to download the Java. Okay, we will do one by one actually. Okay, first of all, before going into that, we will. Okay, before going into that, I will show you how to get the software and then how to get the license files actually, so that you can ready with the next class. You can ready with the software and the license, so you can directly work on that. Okay, yeah, first of all we'll start with the prerequisites first. Okay, Java should be installed. Okay, and, environment variable to be, we need to set. Okay, set. Okay, next we need Windows server or Linux based machine. Okay, to install. Okay, so I mean Linux based is easiest to do it, but we will start with the install, because I mean we'll start with the Windows only, because in Linux, right, you won't be doing much things actually to installation and everything, because everything will be similar to the Windows, but Windows will have more steps actually. It's kind of a difficult to use the Windows version. Okay, so we'll go with the Windows actually. Okay, yeah, because in Linux, right, if you type a command means you can finish it off easily actually. Okay, but if in Windows, right, you will be doing everything in a manual kind of thing actually. Okay, so that is the difference between the Windows and then the Linux. Okay. Yeah, next one is that we will be having LDAP installation also. Okay, then LDAP configuration. Okay, to create the users. Okay. Okay, first of all we'll start with the like how to go with the ping Federate, like I mean how to download the softwares, and then how to download the, I mean like request a license key actually. Okay, so I mean you guys having any kind of a business email actually?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's fine actually. I will show you how to do that one also. Okay, so maybe like just open a Chrome browser and type Zogo mail actually. Okay, so this Zogo mail you can able to create a free account actually. Okay, so I mean just type a Zogo mail and click on the first link. Okay, click on the first link. Okay, so here there will be two kind of email will be there. One is business, one is personal. Click on the personal. Okay, and create account here. Okay, like give your email address, password, first name, last name, mobile number, and re-enter, and then sign up. Okay, so that's all. Okay, this data will be stored in the India data center actually, so that is why it is asking to store the state of the India actually. Okay, so you can provide some dummy state actually, and then you can just, I mean, give your like this actually. Okay, and then password, like give your password, first name, last name, and then mobile number, sign up for free. Okay, so I already I already created an account here. Okay, so once you created an account, okay, just open a tab. Okay, open a tab, ping Federate downloads. Okay, type ping Federate downloads. Okay, click on the first link, that is a ping identity page itself actually. Okay, so here this one I will can I paste here? Okay, yeah, so this one, so this is the link for creating the mail, I mean business, I mean like a personal account or something, because we need to have a like I mean Zogo mail, so that we can able to download the softwares as well as the, like we can able to get the license on your own itself actually for 6 months. I mean they will be providing 30 days at first, but you can request them later and later, like that actually after 30 days also. Okay, yeah, so first of all this one, just to create an account here, and then okay, I will share this link also. Okay, ping Federate downloads, just be with you, maybe like some kind of a, yeah, so obviously this ping Federate kind of a site, it will get some slow. Okay, so here just I will paste you this one also. Okay, so this is where you can download the ping Federate. So here, can you able to see my screen, right? So here there are two kind of installation will be there. One is Windows that exe file, next one is a zip file. Okay, for Windows it will support both the things, but in Linux server, right, it will support only this one, product distribution, not the Windows installer actually. Okay, so Windows installer, it's I mean we can able to, we will see the Windows installer because it will have more steps than the product distribution. Product distribution is nothing but just extracting, that's all, running the ping Federate service. Okay, so it doesn't have much steps actually, but Windows installer it will have detailed steps actually, so we will see one by one. Okay, so here if you, there will be one more like tab will be there in the first one, that is a top one, right, request a license key. So just right click on this one and open link in a new tab. Okay, so here it will ask you to just wait for it to get load. Yeah, so even before that, I mean just okay, I think it got load, right? So here it is asking you to type the email address and then the password, right? So here we don't have any account, right? So we'll create one, so click on the create one now. Okay, so now type your email address which has been created. Okay, in the Zogo mail. Okay, give some password for it. Okay, okay, choose that, not a robot, submit. So once you submit that, so it will it will send a verification email for me actually. Okay, there's the login button here. Yeah, it will send a verification mail for this one. Okay, so here you could see, right, verifying your ping identity account. Okay, right click, open link in a new tab. Okay, so here it will ask you to register it. Just give the first name. Okay, just give something. So you just want to like a training purpose only, right? So here, okay, give that, and then state, Okay, give it and give some phone number. Okay, and then I'm creating an account to access the product downloads and licensing. Okay, and then subscribe to the blog. Okay, and click on okay. I think I need to give it. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me stop my screen. Okay, once you okay, so once you create an account and verify it, so it will logging you in actually. Okay, so it will redirect to your support kind of a page actually. Okay, once you verify, I mean once you create an account and verify your account means it will automatically redirect to you this page. Okay, so here again, now you already created an account, right? Now go back to the ping Federate downloads. So here, okay, and click on the request license key again. Okay, now here choose a product, select a product. I accept the terms and condition. I mean select, you need to first, we are going with the ping Federate, right? Choose a ping Federate. Okay, I accept the terms and conditions, submit. Okay, once submitted, okay, it will logging you to the support page only. So here click on the manage license keys. So everyone following, right guys? So here you can able to see the license, your product license. Okay, so it will be valid for from 29th of 10th of October, I mean sorry, 29th of October to 28th of November. Okay, so click on view here. Okay, and download the license file. Okay, now you downloaded the license file, that's all. Okay, just keep with the license file aside. Okay, now go back to the ping Federate downloads again. So here, so this is the version we are going to do it as a 10.3.3. okay, download the windows installer.msi file. It's a exe file, so it will get downloaded. Okay, so you could see, right, it will be like 472 of MB. Okay, so you just download this one. Okay, so this is how you will be creating an account and then downloading the license file as well as the ping Federate installation file. Okay, you are following me, right? Any doubt guys till now? No doubts guys, no doubts, right? Do you have any
No.
doubt guys? No, right? Okay, yeah, so as of now keep it as it is. Okay, so we'll come back on Monday and then we'll continue the classes actually. Okay, so as of now what we are discussing, just we'll give up the sum up, like, so just brief given a brief introduction about the identity and access management, and then gave a introduction about the what is single sign-on and what is the, okay, now we can able to say, right, the difference between the single sign-on and then the federated single sign-on. So federation is nothing but it is a trust relationship between the two different entities actually. So if you take a federated single sign-on means it's a single sign-on between the two different kind of entities, not only a single product, it will be a two different products. Okay, yeah, so one will be acting as who will be providing the identity, one who will be providing the services. Okay, so if you take an example as a Google with a Gmail, I mean sorry, Google with a Microsoft actually. Okay, okay, and then we are also seeing the protocols which are available. We are going to see it in the ping Federate, okay, classes, SAML and OAuth and OpenID, and then like other products related to the ping Federate. Okay, yeah, so as of now everything is clear, right? Any other doubt guys? Okay, yeah, one more thing we will before going into, before closing this call, I will show you one more to download. Okay, OpenDJ. Okay, so this is known as the OpenDJ 4.4.3 download. Okay, so this is the LDAP actually we are going to download. I will share the link for this download also. Okay, so here this is the link actually. Okay, so this is the, I will explain this one, like what is LDAP actually, what is LDAP, and then like why we need this LDAP to configure it. Okay, we will discuss in the next class, when after the installation of the ping Federate and after the installation of this OpenDJ also. Okay, yeah, so here you could see, right, OpenDJ zip file 32.6 MB file. Okay, just click on it, it will get downloaded here. Yeah, just wait for it. Yeah. So here you could see, right, it is getting downloaded. Okay. So as of now, any doubt, guys? Till now, like all the softwares and licenses and like LDAP software also, just ready with your, and then we will start with the installation in the coming classes. Okay.
So for Zoho Mail, are we creating business or personal?
No, no, personal, personal.
Personal.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a personal one. We don't require business actually. Just a personal is enough. We are going to use it for personal purposes. I mean, even only for requesting the license key. Okay. Yeah, that is the main thing. So because each one will have a separate license keys, right? So that you can use it later also. Okay. Yeah, I think okay. So thanks for joining, guys, today. Okay. So we'll hope you had a good introduction session about the ping Federate and then the single sign-on and identity and access management. Okay. So let's again let's discuss. I mean, let's connect back and then we'll continue with the ping Federate training. Okay. Yeah. I think Rakesh, you can.
Yes, thank you, Karthik. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can drop off, Karthik. I will
Yeah.
just have a
Okay.
brief
Sure.
session.
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.